All right, so we think that it kind of sounds like the F350. This is our tow rig. It's just a straight pipe 6-liter power stroke. So
Let's compare.
Yeah, let's compare.
There's all the clacks. Yeah, give a rev. Oh God. That's right in my face.
So I'm about to drive this thing, and I got a few things to say that I need to say right now because this car might actually kill me, and I might not get the chance to say it again. One, the support we've gotten for this has been incredible, and I'm pretty sure you guys are helping get this car viewed. We're getting more views than we ever have, and I'm pretty sure it's you guys supporting us and liking the video. So if you're liking the content, just remember to hit the like button. It seems to be working and helping us out a lot. Two, don't skip through this. We're not gonna make you like watch our Raid Shadow Legends ad or anything like that. I just want to remind you guys that all these builds are supported by BoostedShades.com. That's our company, and it would mean a lot to us if you just checked it out. We got all sorts of different styles for driving enthusiasts. They're worn all over the world. We've shipped over 100,000 pairs, and that's typically the only thing we do to financially support builds like this one. So it would mean a lot to us if you checked out BoostedShades.com. I'll stop rambling right now and enjoy the video. What's up, guys? Today is the day we're gonna drive the diesel Datsun. This is the OM606 Mercedes diesel 3-liter super turbo Datsun. It's packaged in here real nice. Let me show you what we got for the throttle linkage. Yes, everything's janky, guys, but we are going to, this is all proof of concept. We're gonna take it all out and do it right, but
Nah, we're just gonna leave all these wires on the floor.
we're gonna leave out everything like this. This is how it's gonna be. Nothing's gonna get painted, and this is how it's gonna be. So anyways, pedal pulls, and we made this twisty boy that pushes on the fuel pump, which is the vroom vroom section of the engine. All right, so we got a GoPro. We're going to, we actually, believe it or not, haven't driven it at all. We're going to take it around the parking lot. That's usually the first step. And then we're gonna assess the situation and see if it's ready for a road voyage.
Yeah, make sure it brakes.
Make sure the brakes work, yes, this is a good idea. Before we take it out on the road, we'll probably have to, I don't know if the brake lights work or anything like that, but as far as we know, it's ready to be driven. So let's hop in, start it up, and see what it do.
Oh, this is not fucking comfortable down here.
Yeah, there's no seat in it. That's the other thing we're gonna put we're gonna put a seat in it.
Yeah, it's not ideal being.
Oh, she starts right up, little boy. It's working, dude. It is working.
It's moving under its own power. Does it stop under its own power?
Yes.
Alright. Well, that's good.
Need that engine.
Oh, God. Oh, shit. She picks up quick.
It's working pretty good.
Give her some beans.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring it back. Just, let's assess the situation.
Fucking full send. No test. Boo. Boo.
It works, dude.
Oh.
That's the kill switch work. Yep, and listen. See, it goes back to
nice.
normal now.
It actually makes it so you can turn it off twice.
These have a these have a vacuum actuated kill switch, so it moves the fuel rack to a non-fueling position. And how we got that working is it's connected to the vacuum pump, and there's actually a boost solenoid.
We had a vacuum solenoid right there on it, but it didn't let the vacuum release, so we weren't able to start it again after it did it. It's just
It just
permanently
held
in the
the
off
rack
position.
in the off position. The way the boost solenoids work is in the off position, it's just at atmosphere right now, so it's able to bleed off the the vacuum. So that's working good. We're happy with that. And we just drove it around the parking lot, dude. Just kind of said, screw it, and let's get it ready for the road, because I think it's ready.
Yeah, let's slap some brake lights on it and send it.
So a couple things we got to do. Devin's investigating brake lights. This car is registered, and it can go on the road. It's got insurance and whatnot. I wouldn't drive it any long distance in the form that it's in, but the brake lights don't work, so if we're going to take it down the road, we want at least that. The other things that are important to us is we just verified, not oil pressure, but significant oil flow. We put the turbo feed in there while cranking in like a half a second. It pooped out this much oil, so there's a lot of flow. It would be shocking, and we'd have bigger problems if there wasn't any oil pressure. There wouldn't even be anything we could do about that. So we're happy that it has flow. It's probably got oil pressure. We're just going to send it. In addition to that, RPMs is what kills these engines. You should be safe to up around 6, but we want to know where we're hanging around. So we got this RPM gauge. What's interesting about these is that this is a diesel tach adapter, because there's no like ignition, there's no like distributor or anything that does spark on these. Your tach signal is going to be picked up off the alternator actually. So this bracket goes onto the alternator, and then we connect it to this tach, and we should get a tach reading out of that. That's pretty much it. We're not worried about a boost gauge. We verified that the UltraGate 38 is hooked up properly, and there's no way that's sprung to any level that's going to hurt this engine. Even if it was sprung to 30 psi, that's still not going to hurt this engine. We're probably going to be running, high 30s, maybe even low 40s, all said and done in its final form. So we're not worried about the 20 psi that's probably in that wastegate. So pretty much
likely 10 psi that's in that wastegate, so this thing is slow.
it's just going to be more or less how much smoke comes out of it. We have the fuel, whether or not the boost is available. You can't really run a diesel lean, so we don't got to worry about that. So hook up the tach, hook up the brakes, boop up, adap, and then we're good to go. Yep. Brakes work probably how you think they do, brake lights rather. That sensor right there is literally connected to the pedal, and when you press the pedal, it releases pressure on a little button on there and activates the brake lights. So pretty much just run the wires which exist from our brake lights to that, and it will have brake lights, assuming that none of the bulbs are burnt out. That was real. This is making the car safer, but it's making it also look exponentially more sketchy. Oh man, there's people who think that if we didn't mention any of it, that we're just gonna leave it like this.
No, leave it like this.
Yeah. The screw making it nice. So here we are under the car, which doesn't leak one bit, by the way. Here's the alternator. You'll see that there's a rib in the middle, and that's where the little decoder thing goes, or the sensor rather. It's just like a little magnet, and it sends the signal to the decoder, which then goes to the tach, and that's how the diesel tech do.
Wow. That was badass.
So the flybys you just saw were actually, those were just preliminary test runs, like a shakedown, if you will, before we actually drive it. But I didn't look at that tach once, dude. We both did a test run.
That tach is a superfluous feature, turns out.
I
saw a fucking steam train by
It's,
all the time.
oh my god, dude! I had it in 5th, and when I went by you, I had it in 5th, and I tipped into it, and then it just feels like I don't know. This thing's fast.
I did not expect him to push it that hard. That was insane.
What the fuck? Look at all the smoke in the road.
You can't even see anymore.
Let's get out of here.
Yo, what the fuck? I did not expect that. Like,
man, that
that
thing
gear
was fucking-
lasted forever.
The in-car was still going, yes.
I actually looked down at the tack, and when I let off was like 5,800 on it. I think the tack's off a little bit though, because it felt like it was starting to come up on the governor. So I think I took it all the way out.
Experience what you're feeling, dude. Is that
Okay, I've been saying this off camera the whole time. This is probably the most powerful car I've ever driven. It's also probably the scariest, which those are not.
It's power in a different
Those
way.
aren't
It's just-
interlaced normally.
It's terrifying.
It's just like you expect it to be like a dog before the turbo comes on, but it's just stonks, man. It just pulls.
Dude, and this is
then
on-
the turbo comes on, you're like, wow, this thing's fast. Then the turbo comes in, you're like, oh no, I'm going to Plaid. It's Spaceballs. I'm gonna die.
You're lucky these brakes work.
The brakes work fine. I mean, they're not good, but they're stopping it, which is all we can
Yeah,
ask for at
quick
this point.
spool valve necessary.
The quick spool valve will definitely make this thing smoother because it'll get faster.
Do you notice it's
Stop.
as fast in fifth as like a fast car is in second?
Yeah. Dude, as soon as the turbo comes in, this thing, doesn't matter what gear it's in. You're covering ground at a rate that you've never experienced.
Okay, we usually do a ceremonial "it still works" after we break in our cars, after we build them. So let's see if it does a no glow plug start.
Sure, it makes them warm. See.
You got to do this. So if you have a manual car, you can't start it unless you jiggle the stick a little bit.
That's the transmission version of that ain't going anywhere.
They ain't going nowhere. Oh yeah, no glow plugs. It ain't broken. I'm a coal miner, motherfucker. So it's safe to say that our proof of concept work, this thing is a freight train. It just barrels down the road. It's maybe around only 400 horsepower, but it is raw, cheap, clapping power. It is
Fucking gnarly.
when I say only 400, I mean that's still a lot. The car's light. And we don't know what that pump is flowing right now, but it has a lot more in it. So big things to come. We got parts in the mail that we have yet to install, and we just have a whole evolution of this car. We got a dyno, find out how much power it makes, all sorts of stuff. So this is far from over. This was just proof of concept. What did you think about it? It was watching him rip behind fifth. And it was wild.
And we did a couple rips off camera, and I was sitting on the floor in the passenger seat for one, and it's utterly terrifying.
Especially because it has no seat belts. It only has one seat. The steering column, if there was an accident to occur, would shoot right through your chest and kill you instantly. So, I mean, at least it would be a quick death. Anyways, getting off topic a little bit here. We're getting right into the giveaway now. We give away products from the aforementioned boostedshades.com every single video. If you guys are not familiar with this channel, all you got to do is like and subscribe and leave a comment, and you're eligible to win stuff from Boosted Shades.
This video's winner is Matt R.
All right, Matt, you can hit us up at Team Boosted at boostedshades.com or through any of our social media accounts, and we'll get back to you and ship you something. I explained how to win a little bit earlier. The other thing we do is ask you guys questions to make commenting a little bit easier in case you can't think of anything.
So with all new builds, there's always a weak link in the chain, and something's gonna break inevitably. We want to know what you guys think it's gonna be first.
Yeah, with all this raw sheet clapping power, something is bound to just explode. So,
My vote's differential.
oh yeah, that's been making funny noise for a while.
Differential's a safe choice.
That's gonna do it for this one, guys.
Yeah, as always, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.